Hi everyone, welcome back to Cryptogains for another video, and in today's video I am probably going to be giving you the most important video that we all need to really sit down and pay attention to, okay? And this is how much should we actually invest into the cryptocurrency market. Guys, if you're new watching or you are someone that's already in the cryptocurrency industry and you've invested money, it's going to help both of you guys, or both of I'll say both of you guys like this is two people. It's going to help everyone, okay? So guys, hit that like button, give me a subscribe if you're new watching, and let's dive into this. But before I do, need to let you know I'm not a financial advisor. These are just my own personal opinions on the market. So please always do your own research before investing any money, okay? Right, before I do any of this, let's just quickly grab up a coin market cap because I haven't got it. Bada bing, bada bum. Okay, now, guys, here's the thing, right? You always hear these people say, only invest what you can afford to lose. And, you know, I could say the same thing as well. But it just gets a bit boring because that doesn't really help anyone. You know, it's like, okay, well, what do you mean by that? You know, yeah, well, I can afford to lose this, I can afford to lose it. What? I'm going to try and break this question down for you, right? And really help you understand what I think people mean. And, yeah, I'm really going to try and, you know, interpret it, whatever the word is, all the relevant information needed to help you understand, you know, invest in what you can afford to lose. Before I do that, have you guys ever heard of BitConnect? If you haven't, please do as much research as you can on BitConnect. This was one of the biggest heist scams ever created on inside the crypto industry. It was a Ponzi scheme, and what they did was, it was a platform where people could join it, and they could put their money into the platform, and they was claiming that it could set up a position where, you know, you could make money, but it was all a lie, and, you know, people lost a lot of money on this particular thing. I don't believe it exists on the coin market cap anymore, and I'm really glad that it doesn't, because I would not want to see anyone fall for something like that. So this is why another reason why I'm doing this video, because, you know, I need to make you aware of things like that. And I'm pretty sure that there's many other coins on this market that are just like this, and we need to be prepared and aware of it, okay? So, you know, before you invest any money, seriously research the coins that you invest. And I said this in some of my other videos, you know, when I say research, you know, click on the coins and you know, click on the websites, because if you come on CoinMarketCap, it shows website. You know, click on the websites. I'm just going to show you straight up, step by step, because again, this isn't something we can rush. You know, look at everything, look at the resources, look at the payments, the customers, look at everything. Some websites should show roadmaps, and the majority of them have them. I know XRP had one as well. They've updated their website recently, so finding it is a bit of a mad one. But, you know, if it's not at the bottom of the page, then it would be somewhere. Look for things like roadmaps, and yeah, look for things like white papers, and try your best to understand as much as you can about the project before you invest into it, okay? Now, going back onto how much you should invest, right? My version of what you can afford is this. The first things first, you need to be able to afford your bills. You need to be able to afford your electric, your gas, your water. You need to be able to afford food. You need to be able to pay for things for your children if you have kids, way before you ever think about investing any money into the crypto industry. And I know this just sounds insane, right? It's like, well, yeah, well, I know that, duh. But some people don't. And, you know, I've seen videos, I've come across videos, and you know what, I just watched one like a few minutes ago of this guy, and he invested $30,000 into the crypto industry. And yeah, unfortunately, he was someone that got caught up in BitConnect, which is why I'm showing it, right? Because it's so important not to fall for something like that. And yeah, he was a victim of it, and it was unfortunate, and he lost $30,000, which was his whole life savings. So guys, straight away I can tell you, never ever invest all your money. If you have which is £100 sitting in your bank, and that's all you've got to your name, right? Because again, I'm talking average people as well, right? Not just the rich, the average people. Because me, I'm an average person, and I've been there. I've struggled. I've been in a situation where I haven't had any money, and having £100 in your bank is a lot. Especially like if you've got kids, or if you're trying to get yourself some food and stuff, and trying to figure out what to buy in Tesco's, like the white stripes or the the cheap brands or the expensive brands. Okay, try not to joke too much on this, but what I'm saying is, like, I've been there, yeah. So you have to make sure you have the money for food, money for your bills, everything way before you invest any money. If you've only got £100, don't invest £100 into the crypto market. I'm gonna say market. See, don't invest your £100 in the crypto market. Maybe put something like £10, because you need to make sure that everything else is covered in your today's life, in like your traditional living space. Meaning, you should be able to walk to the shop. You should be able to have money in your bank for you to buy food, buy a drink, put some money on electric and things like that. And another thing as well is that, like, people are getting loans. Do not get loans, because that's another thing that people are doing. People are investing money into the industry with loans, and I don't think that's a good idea, because I've seen cases of videos of people on YouTube again where they've taken out a loan, they've put money in, and all of a sudden, damn, Bitcoin's dropped, and they've been buying in at parabolic highs. We've all seen Bitcoin and how high it can go. We've all seen it hit extreme highs, and great for some, because we bought in down here and down here and down here, but bad for the people that are new to the industry and don't understand what's going on. They're buying up here, they're taking out loans and they're buying at tops, and then it's collapsing into this bear market. So that's another thing to consider. If you are someone new in the industry just now, and you're watching this, guys, if you've just bought up here and you've invested from a loan, guys, this is, again, not investment advice, but just my own personal opinion. I would be taking that money out right away, purely for the fact that you're investing at the time of a parabolic run. And for me, that is not a good idea. And just to show you guys, again, I've showed you guys this before, fear and greed index, right? Crypto greed index. If you're new watching, you need to see this and understand what it is. I can't remember which one it was. Maybe it was this one. Let me just see. One of these showed the fear and greed index. This is the one. This is it. Guys, have a look at this. When it's when it's greed, when you see extreme greed in the market, like the Bitcoin market, this is the time to be fearful. This means that everybody's greedy. So what happens when everybody's greedy? All the rich people, they're waiting to sell. So people are getting greedy, and bang, everybody sells, and then that's when you lose your money. You want to be buying crypto, technically speaking, when it shows fear. Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. Guys, take note of this website up here and keep track of it, okay? But yeah, once you've put money aside for your bills and things like that, the next step, the next step I was going to say how much to invest, but actually, to be fair, you guys should actually have a certain amount of savings in your account put aside for just in case, or for backup. I call it just in case, for backup, okay? And maybe this is something like 4 to 5 months rent. And you're probably sitting there thinking, oh man, but I ain't got time for that. I want to invest now. I want to do it now. Guys, again, this is not investment advice. This is just my own personal advice to you. And it's just something that I really recommend you should consider doing. Have about 4 to 5 months of rent in your savings, or whether you've got it in a safe at home or whatever it is. Have that 4 or 5. So for example, if your rent is like £400 a month, you should have 4 to 5 times that amount before investing anything in the cryptocurrency industry, because then worst comes to worst and something goes wrong, you've got that backup. Okay, so always do that. Once you've got all that in place, then I would recommend investing, and I say truly invested into the cryptocurrency. And again, like I said, doing your research on these coins. I've done videos, discussing, what's best when looking for coins and stuff, and that's something you can check in my other videos. But I would only invest a small amount, maybe like £100, just to start off to see how you go. And just because you're, especially if you're someone that's already in it, then and if you've been in it for a while, then you understand what you're doing. But there's people that are in it, and they are new, and they're still trying to figure out their ways as to how to do things. And when I mean do things, I mean some people are still buying things on exchanges, for example. Did I type that right? Try to type Binance so I can show you. Some people are still buying things on exchanges, and they're leaving money on exchanges. Again, that's something that I personally would not recommend people doing. If you've got your money on exchanges, you do not own that cryptocurrency, okay? Because you do not own private keys, which means if this exchange, by the way, Binance is a fantastic exchange, but if any of these exchanges like the Binance and the Coinbase were ever to go down, you do not own your keys, which is another reason that I'm gonna say to you, maybe look at something like the Ledger Nano X or the Ledger Nano S, something like this, where you can take your keys and have control of your cryptocurrency. And guys, this is not a promotional video. I'm just trying to really help you when it comes to investing. Something like this is what you should be looking at. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even invest any money until I got something like this first, because for me, this is really going to protect you. Learn how to secure your investment before investing. Once you've invested, try your £100 and see how you go. And if you feel like you feel safe, you feel like you're doing things safe, you've done your research, you've learned about the all the wallets and stuff, and you feel safe, then maybe gradually increase that. But I would never just, unless you've been in it for a while and you understand what you're doing, I'd never just jump in and throw thousands of pounds. I would do it gradually. Now, some people have heard of dollar cost averaging, and if you haven't heard of it, basically what it is basically you can if you was to buy Bitcoin today at £14,000 or dollars, let's just grab up Coin Codex, because I know there's a lot of people in America watching. If you was to buy a Bitcoin today at $19,000, yeah, and then it dropped down to 15,000, some people panic and they sell. I wouldn't sell. I'd probably put another £100 in, or 50 quid or 20 quid. That's what dollar cost averaging is constantly buying and at different prices. Because you can't time the market. Meaning you don't know when it's going to be at its all-time high. You don't know when it's going to go to its all-time low either. So the best thing to do is the dollar cost averaging, and then obviously it will give you an average price of what you paid when you feel like you have a certain amount of that one coin. But yeah, guys, small amounts is the best way to start when investing into cryptocurrency. If you feel like you're doing it right, you're fully protected with the security side of things, and you've protected yourself completely, and you really believe that you're ready to now take a bigger step in this and take a bigger position in investing into your crypto, then maybe look at investing £500, something like that. Let me just see what £500 is in dollars. And this, again, keep dollar cost averaging, because that way you're not going to be buying at all-time highs or all-time lows, or you're going to get you have to work out how much how much coins you want to reach your goal. And this is why I do videos just to show you, like £500, $671, something like that, because again, like £500 is a good amount, but it's not ridiculously loads. And again, this is based on you having everything I said before, enough money for your bills and all that stuff as well, right? But yeah, dollar cost averaging and things like that it should really help you. I can't remember what I was saying now. Talking too much just kills me. What I was going to say is that I have videos, talking about gains and how to make extreme gains on certain coins and stuff. So, you will need to figure out like which coin is best for you and the project and what it is that you want to invest in. But yeah, I literally forgot everything that I was going to say, because I was going to lead into something like really interesting, but if it comes back to me, I will say it. But I'm just trying to make sure I've covered how much you should invest. You know, £500 gradually should be a good way for you to build your portfolio. And that's another thing as well. I said it in one of my last videos. You know, build your portfolio, guys. Make sure you have the right app, the right apps or software that you use. And I would recommend Delta. Let me see if I can grab it up. Delta app. You can get it on both like App Store and Android. I'm just seeing if it comes up here like this. If I just typed in Delta app, I don't even know if that comes up. Delta app. Let's just type Delta app crypto. It might come. I got it in my last video. You've seen it, but for those who haven't seen it, I'm just trying to show you again. You know, something like this to keep track of what you're doing, and yeah, that will basically get you going. Delta app right here. Yeah, you've seen it before in my last video. But anyway, guys, yeah, I don't even know if I should say much more on this really, because I think I've kind of covered everything. Like, you know, that's what people mean when they say invest what you can afford to lose. Yeah, just only put what you really can. I'm saying it now, like, only put what you really can afford to lose. Meaning, don't invest your whole life savings like what this guy did. Because when I'm watching him, he's really upset. £30,000, getting caught up in schemes like the BitConnect is not a good thing. And you really gotta, you know, understand where you're putting your money. And yeah, same with like when you're taking money off exchanges, because you gotta be really careful as well. I know some people that have been trying to send money from exchanges, and this, you know, they've got Bitcoin and they send them to Ethereum addresses. You got to make sure that you're sending it from Bitcoin to Bitcoin and Ethereum to Ethereum. And look, I know there's loads of people watching, they understand this, yeah, but there's some people that just don't understand. So again, I'm just putting it in this video real quick so you can understand, right? But yeah, guys, I hope that this helps someone. There is more. I mean, I can sit here going all day on this. Like, you know, everybody has a dream to get like have loads of money and become rich, and you all think, okay, well, I've got to invest more and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, invest, do it, you know, but make sure you're not putting yourself in a situation where you're taking out loans and you can't afford it, and then you're broke, and then you're having arguments with your wife, you know, and then she's trying to like cook food and you're sitting there upset playing your PlayStation because you've lost something in the back of your head. You're thinking, oh damn, I lost it. You don't want to be that person. And in order to achieve your goals, you have to really understand how to invest properly and how much you should invest. There's no limit, to be honest with you. Like if you feel like you're confident enough and you want to invest 10 grand, by me, all means, go for it. But you know, again, for me personally, again, not investment advice. If it was me, I would make sure that I had enough money for my rent, enough money for my bills, you know, 4 months in savings or 5 months worth of money in savings. So when I'm ready to go, you know, if worse comes to worse and I lose something, it was just money that I was able to afford to lose. And that's just, and all my investments that I would make would just be like money that I had on the side, put in a jar, because I didn't eat loads of takeouts, all them yummy Indians, you know, the onion bhajis with the chicken korma, sagaloo. I didn't buy none of that. I was being good. I was eating my beans on toast every day. You knew it was coming, innit? And yeah, that basically is the way to go. You know, that extra money that I had on the side is what I was using to invest into crypto, and not my main savings and stuff for the rent. But yeah, I hope you guys invest safely. And I hope it helps someone. If it did, I said help. Hope it helped someone. Hope it helped someone. If it did, please drop a like, give me a subscribe, and guys, I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.